Finally, we're on step number 8, the building of a cross-referenced compliance matrix. Let's see how the 1, 2, 3 pass artifacts we created in steps 5 through 7 helps us build this cross-referenced compliance matrix. Starting with the individual compliance matrix for the offerer's instructions, or section L. Click the step number 8 button above. Give the file an appropriate name, and finally, click the Save button. A dialog box will appear on screen, asking the user if they want the software to fill in all the missing information using the 1, 2, 3 pass artifacts created in steps 5 through 7. Click the Yes button, then browse and locate all of the saved artifacts you created in the previous steps, one by one. The merged version of the evaluation criteria compliance matrix. The merged version of the PWS compliance matrix. The high-level version of the proposal manager's outline for the offerer's instructions. And finally, the requirements mapping table. Once all files have been located, simply click the Build Cross-Referenced Compliance Matrix button. The software will then start to open up all of those files in the background, and start using the information in them to build out the cross-referenced compliance matrix. Pay special attention to the redlining that's occurring in the background artifacts. These are very important, and I will explain the significance shortly. Let's pause here for a while. This dialog box tells the user that the cross-referenced compliance matrix is now complete, and all of the artifacts that were used to create it have now been renamed, by appending the word, redlined, on the back of each file. The redlined versions are very, very important. They essentially give the proposal manager a second set of eyes. We will get back to this shortly, but first, let's scroll down and take a look at the completed cross-referenced compliance matrix. Note how all the cross-references are now located in the correct places. Whether it's a one-to-one relationship, like shown here, or a one-to-many relationship, like seen here. This is the area where the PWS information first appears in this cross-referenced compliance matrix. Earlier, I had started to discuss the redline versions of the artifacts, being a second pair of eyes for the proposal manager. Here is where they come into play. Let's take a closer look. On screen is the redlined version of the individual compliance matrix for the evaluation criteria. All the information that was used in the cross-referenced compliance matrix has now been redlined. More importantly, anything not redlined means that that information was not used in the cross-referenced compliance matrix, the emphasis being on not. The proposal manager can now scroll through all of the redlined artifacts very quickly, and visually see if they may have missed a cross-reference, and if so, exactly which ones. Look here, it seems we have a problem. The software is telling us that the parent section, M.3, was used in the cross-referenced compliance matrix. But the children of that parent, M.3.1, M.3.2, and M.3.3 were not used. These are obviously 3 missed cross-references. Again, essentially, a second pair of eyes for the proposal manager. If you do find that some reference numbers were missing, simply open the original mapping table artifact, and enter the missing reference numbers in the cells to which they belong, and then save the document, and then rerun the cross-reference compliance matrix code using the updated mapping table. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Pardon the play on words. There is one more video in this 9-step demo series. In that video, I will show you how to create an annotated outlined, master author's document, directly from this cross-referenced compliance matrix, with a click of a button. The annotated outlined, master author's document, will have all relevant RFP information placed in the sections to which they belong. The headings will have the RFP reference or cross-references appended to the end within a pair of parentheses, so that the evaluators will know exactly what requirements you are responding to in that section. The document will also show the placeholder text that we inserted in the prepped RFP in step number 4 in this series. Things like tab names, author notes, win themes, the benefits to your customers, and page count allocations and limits, along with a host of other information that you may want to pass on to your proposal team. Well, that's it for this demo. Goodbye.